What's up guys, it's me Lego Paradise here, and today I'm going to show you my Lego Retro Space Fighter. So I got the inspiration to build this after finding these cone pieces, commonly found in roofs in Harry Potter sets, and combining them together, and this formed this shape you see on both of the two ends of the Space Fighter, and I thought it kind of looked like some engines. And of course, this cone shape made it look like it's a bit classic, a bit retro in style, since most modern spaceships would probably not be designed like this. But I still thought it'd look really cool to not just have a couple of engines, but a whole starfighter, or spaceship. So as you can see, I've combined these together with a lot of other sand green bricks, and also this bright orange Mars mission windscreen piece, and I think I've created a really nice and unique colour scheme for my Lego Space Fighter. Okay, so taking a closer look at the retro Space Fighter, around the front, like I said, you just have these two cone-shaped pieces on either end, and they make up this nice engine shape. And in the design of the spaceship, I thought this would be where the sort of main reactors would be to power the engines at the back. And of course they'd connect up through the body of the spaceship. There's not too much detail there. I've included some cone pieces and also these yellow bands, and throughout the whole entire build I've added lots of yellow accents to just vary up the colour combination and contrast it a bit. And I think that works really well. So those join into the main body of the ship, which is slightly angled, and I think that is a really nice shape for the back of the spaceship. And as you follow the engines through around to the back, you get a couple more of some smaller cones that are used for the engines that actually power the spaceship at the back. And there you can see the doors which open up and allow you to access the inside of the spaceship. But we'll take a look at the inside in a little bit. So on the top of the spaceship, we've got this nice and bright and contrasting orange windscreen. And you can see the pilot of the starfighter in there, and the controls. And nothing too much on the top. Really, the only majorly contrasting feature are these chrome exhaust pipes. And I think they just go well with the overall theme of the spaceship. And they add to the whole retro feel I was going for. And then if we just take a look at the Space Fighter from the front, we can see how those chrome exhaust pipes go around the shaping of the roof. And you can see some more yellow accents. And I just think that all of the colour combinations should go together along with the shape to produce this really cool Space Fighter. And of course, since it is a space fighter, you're going to need some weapons, and they're a bit tricky to see, but you can just make them out there. You have a couple of Gatling guns that would fire multiple lasers, because lasers always seem to be the weapon of choice for any retro spaceships. And you can see how they fit in to the very bottom of the ship, and it's quite flat, but that allows it, when it's not on the stand, to just be displayed on the ground without the need to use any supports or landing gear. And then taking a look at the sides again, you can see how even though the main spaceship is nice and curved, for the bottom and the underneath I've made that slightly more blocky, but that's to give the interior a little bit more space. And let's take a look at the interior now. To access the inside of the Space Fighter, it's really simple. You just take off the roof piece and you can just have another look at the shaping of that. And there we have the interior. And you can see, again, I've tried to include some really good combinations of colours, such as these dark orange pieces and some blue consoles. And if we just take the pilot out of there a minute, can take a better look at the main pilot's chair. And it's actually quite tricky to get a decent view of this because of these massive engine pieces in the front. But if we just look at it from the side, we can see that it's a two-seater space fighter, and this seat in the corner there actually swivels round, and that is so you can access that blue console piece in the corner there. Or alternatively, if you're actually in flight and not landed on the computer, you can just swivel that seat round and co-pilot the ship. But anyway, that swivels round, and that's just a slightly smaller seat. And here you can see I've made up this larger pilot seat out of some angled dark orange pieces, just to make it look a bit more comfy and again a bit more like a retro seat. And you can see some controls there. And then in this corner we have the cargo hold, and there's not actually much cargo at the moment, it's just a blaster. And again, keeping with the whole retro theme, I've used a retro style blaster, and that's still apparently attached to the clip, but that's okay. And to make things a little bit more interesting, instead of more consoles, I've made the second half of the interior to be more living quarters. And here you can see there's a small bed and just a sink and a toilet. Overall, I think it all fits really nicely and allows you plenty of space and area to fit lots of cargo or passengers. And then you can just place the roof back over, and you can see how it's shaped exactly to fit the outline of the interior. So that was my LEGO Retro Space Fighter, and if you enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.